Why are you voting for Trump this election?
Because our country has went to hell in a handbasket in the last 4 years. Too many illegal immigrants taking over, burning up our resources. Crime is crazy. Inflation is even worse than that.
But what caused inflation? Like, you're saying Biden raised inflation, how?
Do you buy groceries for your family?
I buy groceries, yes.
Okay. Have you noticed a difference between...
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that there's a difference. I'm asking, how did Biden raise inflation? You're trying to blame him for it and say we should vote for Trump because of it. What did Biden do to cause inflation?
Here we go. Let me think. Fuel being one. As soon as Biden took office, he shut all the pipelines down. That caused gas prices to rise.
Do you know that we're actually drilling more oil right now than ever before in American history?
No.
Yeah, according to the Energy Information Administration, it's a federal government agency. They report on this every single month and every single year. We're actually drilling more than we were under Donald Trump.
Okay.
To all of you Trump supporters out there, you got played so badly by Donald Trump. His entire campaign promise to you was we're going to lower prices. Now, just today, he said it's going to be very hard to lower grocery prices. After saying he could do it like that, it would be so easy. And Donald Trump also recently said that he couldn't guarantee that his tariffs won't raise prices. So congratulations, MAGA. Not only are you not getting lower prices, but instead you're getting higher prices because we pay the tariffs. All of us were telling you before the election that this would happen, that Donald Trump's policies are only going to raise prices. He can't just magically lower the price of groceries. You didn't listen. So have fun.
When I tell you that January is going to be long, believe it or not, that's exactly what it's going to look like, right? Once he steps in on the 20th and start implementing all of these policies that or promises he has made, it's going to be a long run at the same time. So guys, you're welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video,
we're all asking ourselves the same question. You know the question you've probably asked yourself today. Is it finally time to cut MAGA Republicans out of our lives? Coming into the holidays where so many of the people who are going to be doing the planning and the cooking and the cleaning just got thrown under the bus. We find ourselves where we're asking these people and all the other reasonable people, once again, to dig deep and find empathy for the people who just voted against all of our rights. We've done this before. We did this in 2016. We did it all through 2020. Now we find ourselves in the same position. Kim Scott coined the term ruinous empathy in a book called Radical Candor a few years ago. The theme of the book was that in order to actually help somebody, you have to care deeply and also challenge directly. We've cared deeply for the better part of 10 years. And I think in the process, we've trained these people to believe that we will tolerate anything. The basic social contract is simple. I'll take care of you if you take care of me. But these people, they wrongfully believe that gas prices and egg prices are somehow going to magically go down, and that even if they do, that outweighs the fact that they just voted against half the population. At what point do we stop just caring deeply and we start challenging directly? I think this point.
Day after the election, I walked my grandkids to school, and they open the gate and the kids go in and we can walk them up to their lines. Well, this day, the normal coach and teacher who I know are blue voters, they were not there. Who was there, though, was another teacher who had an American flag and a red hat that right across it in big white letters said MAGA. My grandkids ain't going to look at that. I looked at him as I walked in and I said, excuse me, that's not allowed. You shouldn't be wearing that at a school. Elementary school. He said, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Oh, what the fuck I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and call the principal. So I went and reported him. The principal said there was so many parents that were reporting him that day. So he's reported. They tell him to leave or take the hat off. He left. He wouldn't even take the hat off. He left. He was spewing MAGA shit the whole way through the school. And he no longer works there. Fuck around and find out you're going to get fired. You ain't going to spew your bullshit, especially around my grandkids. Let's see for chapter 2. Who's next?
So a mutual of mine sent this video to me a while ago. And It's not the video that I want to talk about, but I'm going to show you the video anyway. Hold on.
We fucked up.
So I was like, there's got to be some MAGA whining in the comment section. So I went to the comment section, right? And I found this comment in there. I told my cousin, as of today, I'm no longer going to financially support her, but don't panic. There are concepts of plans that will help her and to trust in her party. And then someone said, well, you got to fill us in. We got to know how this shakes out. And she goes, she thought I was kidding at first, but I handed her a legal eviction notice. She lives in my guest house, and then she did indeed panic. She called me a sore loser, said she voted in my best interest. So I just stayed calm and let her know that this loser cat lady applauds her victory. She's freaking out, to be honest, and for once my bleeding heart doesn't care. So I went to her page because I was hoping that there was more there. And by golly, this kind woman posted the text messages. This is her cousin right here at the top. Can we please talk about this, please? And our friend says, there's nothing to talk about. My decision is final. I have nowhere to go. You know that. Can I stay if I start paying rent? I'm sorry, but who are the sponges? Who are the losers who don't have jobs? Who's that? So she says, no. You're just being cruel about this. I don't see why I can't stay if I start paying. No. How you voted was cruel. People will die because of how you voted. There's nothing after that except for this. I talked to my dad. He said I can stay with him for a while. He's coming to get me next week. Not all my stuff will fit in the car, so I'll need to leave some things here for a while. She's ruthless. She says, you and your stuff need to be fully vacated by November 25th. I will be entering the property on November 26th. Any personal belongings of yours will be relocated to an off-site storage unit for no more than 45 days. You can have the stored items back once you pay me in full for the price of the storage unit. If you do not pay and pick up your items before or on day 45, I will donate them. Congrats on reconciling with your parents, by the way. This is the energy that we need. This is the energy you need to bring to your MAGA family. If anyone in your family voted for MAGA and is dependent on you, bounce them. Bounce them. If you have a child who you raised to be a truly loving, accepting human being, and they voted for that shit stain, you cut them off. You let them lean on their party, pull themselves up by their bootstraps without your help. Because I'll tell you something, I paid for my own college. I had to do everything on my own. I grew up on welfare because my own mother, who was a Republican, continued to vote against her own interests and kept herself in the poorhouse working 3 and 4 jobs because she just could not get ahead. But she kept voting for Republicans who kept her poor. I have no remorse. And my mother died a poor woman. A poor woman who barely could make her own rent.
This is actually one of the saddest stories I've heard because the woman died poor at the end of the day, and she was continuously voting against her own best interest. Like, who would do that? It's quite unfortunate that some people don't even care about themselves, let alone caring for others. It doesn't make sense, and I feel so sad because this woman had to train herself all through school, and I know that a lot and lot of Americans going through the same thing today. Okay, training themselves, seeing themselves through schools. Either they've been evicted by parents, kicked out by loved ones, just anything. It's so sad.
My favorite thing about the winning side right now is how much they're making fun of people for grieving. And they're like, oh, are you going to cry about it? Well, yeah, because that is a healthy way to process emotions instead of throwing a literal temper tantrum like children and trying to overthrow the government because they don't like what they said. Oh, no.
I think by the end of this Christmas, mothers need to just sit down and take stock of all that has happened this year, okay, and how they are going to face what is coming to them by January, because a lot is going to be unveiling, okay. This is the things we're saying now is just a tip of an iceberg, because I know that very soon things are just going to change drastically. The prices of goods are not coming down, nothing is coming down. All the promises that you got before was all lies, and you were being lied to. And it's quite unfortunate that that is happening, but it's exactly what it is. Okay, anyway guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's have that conversation in the comments. All right, please do what, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye guys.